All right, so let's go ahead and get started right in our couch pose. We'll do some of those nice hip openers first. And remember, you can choose to use the ball or not. You might find that with your forearms on top of the ball, just give you some rolling kind of space, or you can have those just fingertips up front and just move into those hips. Shift your rib cage. Work your tailbone back toward your heels. Just enjoying opening up those ribs, reaching through those arms, stretching those shoulders, and letting that lower back space lengthen. See if you can work your forehead toward the mat. One more nice deep breath in. Then on your next breath, take your right arm and drop it to the right side of your body. Left arm reaches over to the right corner. We're stretching, lengthening from that left hip bone all the way through to your fingertips. And if you can, try to turn your head to look underneath that left. See if you can stretch it any further. Take a deep breath. Then release that left arm. Let your left arm drop to the left. Reach, stretch your right arm. Again, we're trying to work from our hip all the way out to our fingertips. Our head turn is under our right arm. So your right arm is over off the mat to the left. Off to the left. There. And then stretch it out. Lift the elbow, peek underneath it. Big stretch. And then that right arm comes back in. And as we reach straight down the middle again, we should feel that we can settle into a little more depth. One more inhale. Then we'll tuck round our spine up. We'll walk our hands in. As we shift forward, we'll just meet in our table here for a moment. Tucking your toes under, send your hips to your heels. Maybe add some movement just to get the arches of our feet woken up. And then as we shift off our feet and then tuck our toes, we'll take our ball and bring it underneath our right shin. You still want your knees to be aligned in table, and your hands are still aligned underneath your shoulders. And our shoulders are in our back pockets. The crown of the head is reaching forward. As we lift that right knee, we extend that right leg back. And then we squeeze through our right glute to try to make our leg as light as possible on the ball. Right, so we try not to have weight into it. And we take our left arm and we reach it bicep to ear. Stretch out from fingertip to toe and take a deep breath. And then see if you can roll the ball under your right shin and bring your elbow and your knee toward each other. Scooping your tailbone under. And then reaching back out and see if you can lighten that right leg again. Squeeze through the glute. And then exhale, drop back in, elbow comes toward knee. And inhale, we reach out, we engage through the glutes. And then exhale, we tuck round, elbow toward knee. And inhale, we reach out. And one more time, we do that tuck, rounding in, elbow toward knee. And then we reach out, we lengthen there, we bring that left hand down, we roll the ball in, landing our right knee. We're going to now move the ball underneath both of our shins and squeeze your knees as tight together as you can. Turn those biceps forward again, lengthen through that core space, press through all 10 fingertips, and see if you can press your shins into the ball and float your knees up. Just a nice balanced table here. We're just trying to hold our spine in that long position. We take a deep breath. We're squeezing our inner thighs. We're reaching through the crown of our head. Beautiful. Inhale, we breathe. Exhale, we tap our knees. We move our right shin off. The ball's under our left. Again, our knees are still aligned. Our left leg extends back. We engage that glute. Reach through the crown of your head. A nice long neck there. Right arm reaches forward. Try to keep that left leg light as you draw in elbow to knee. Tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. Inhale, reach out, lengthen, stretch, fingertip to toe. Squeeze that left glute. Try to not squish your ball. Tuck elbow to knee. Round, round, round. Inhale, reach out, lengthen, long arm, long leg. Engage left glute. Exhale, tuck in, elbow to knee. Scooping your tailbone, rounding your spine, then reaching out. And one more time. So we draw in, elbow to knee, top. Inhale, we reach out, we lengthen. That right hand, left knee come in. Again, you move both knees on top of the ball. Both shins on top of the ball. We turn our biceps forward. Really think of lengthening the space from your tailbone through to the top of your head. Now squeeze your inner thighs. Engage your glutes. Feel your hands pulling back as those knees float up. Reach through the crown of your head. Just working on our core stabilizers. Reach the crown of your head forward, long neck. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale. Then tap both knees down, send your hips back to your heels, walk your hands forward. Let your elbows come to the mat and give your wrists some movement here, right? Maybe it's reverse prayer hand, maybe it's a wrist circle, whatever feels okay for you. Yes, so the ball's under both shins, but your knees are on the ground. There you go. Then walk your hands all the way out front, getting as much length from your shoulders out to your fingertips as you can. And then as you shift forward, your shoulders should come straight over your elbows. Your elbows are 90-degree bent. We have that full length through our spine. So this is that puppy pose. Our elbows are pulling back. Can you press into your shins and lift your knees again? And then keeping that spine long, start pushing your toes back. And you can go to whatever degree that works for you, working towards a forearm plank. We're still reaching through the crown of our head. And then we pull our knees in, just pulling our belly button in, lifting the tailbone. Our shoulders don't move. Until your knees come underneath your hips, and you can tap your knees down here if you'd like. Again, we squeeze those inner thighs. We float our knees up. We breathe through the whole sides of our body as we extend our toes back. We try to land as close to a forearm plank. We want to make sure our hips don't drop lower than our shoulders. And then we pull our knees in. It feels like our forearms are pulling back. Our tailbone is lifting. We come back to puppy. Tap your knees anytime you need to. Exhale, push your toes back, brace through your core, reach through the crown of your head. Beautiful. Exhale, tuck, pull in, knees come in, lift your tailbone. Go ahead and let your knees lower down. Press up your hands, send your hips back, let your forehead meet the mat. And then work towards reaching your arms forward, letting your armpits stretch toward the ground, and take a deep breath. And let that breath go. This time, as we shift forward, we bring our shoulders out over our hands for knee plank. So our shoulders are forward, our biceps are turned forward. We squeeze those inner thighs again. We lift our knees up. So we're in a balanced knee plank. And then we tap our knees. We bend our elbows to your degree for your hover. And then you push your back to knee plank. Make sure shoulders are out over your wrists. So shift your hips a little forward and then press down into your shins. Lift your knees. Hold. Find your core. Tap your knees. Elbows in. Keep shoulders over wrists. Push. Press through your shins. Lift your knees. Maybe you keep your knees up. Maybe they tap down. Elbows to ribs for a hover and a push. Again, maybe knees are tapped down and you give them a lift. Then you either tap them down or keep them lifted, elbows to ribs. And we push. And we tap the knees down and we sit back. Nice. Go ahead and give those wrists a little release. This time, as we shift forward, we're going to separate our shins and have the ball between our ankle calf area and lower our bodies all the way down to the ground. As we fold our forearms in, we'll bend our knees and just do some windshield wipers. And just keep in mind that anytime you find the ball is not contributing to the movement for you, if it's just a distraction and you can't focus on anything else except keeping that ball, and then feel free to just put the ball to the side, right, and do the exercise without it. That's always your option. So here we'll drop our toes down. We're squeezing our inner thighs. We're pressing down through the tops of our feet so that our kneecaps are off the floor. The back of the forehead is rested on the back of the hands, right? So we don't want to be pulling our head up off our hands like this and using just our neck muscles. We let our forehead rest. And then we pull our belly button in away from the ground. We're engaging through our glutes, and we'll peel those toes off the floor. Now squeeze the ball as tight as you can and lift your right thigh higher than your left. See if you can keep your leg nice and straight and not bend your knee in. And then squeeze the ball. Can your left thigh peel higher than your right? Focus on engaging that left glute and lower back space. Squeeze the ball. Peel your right thigh up higher. Stretch it out long. Squeeze tight through the ball. Extend your left leg. See if you can lift your thighs off the ground. Squeeze. Peel that right thigh higher. Stretch, reach it out. Squeeze. Peel your left thigh higher. Stretch, reach it out. Then bring both toes level with each other. Squeeze the ball and see if you can peel your rib cage up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Engage through that lower back. Check to make sure your forehead is rested. Lower your elbows, lower your toes. Squeeze that ball. Exhale, peel, lift your thighs. Squeeze that lower back. Peel, lift your rib cage. Let your forehead rest. Inhale, lower down, nice and smooth. Draw in that belly space. Exhale, peel your thighs up. Peel your rib cage. Rest the forehead down. Gently lower. Inhale. Try to keep that movement nice and smooth. Exhale, squeeze the inner thighs. Peel the thighs. Peel the rib cage. See if you can get one more set of ribs up. And slowly lower down. Beautiful. Go ahead and bend your knees. Do a few more of those windshield wipers. We'll be coming back and putting that into a pattern, a series. But for right now, we're going to move our hands into the sides of the waist, shoulders back, elbows tight to your body. Still long through your spine, crown of your head reaching forward. Pull your belly button in. Get strong. Push away from the ground. Walk your hands back. Shift your hips side to side. And look under, around each of your shoulders, right? So you're looking back. And just give those hips a quick release. All right, we're going to put that first series together. We take the ball, we place it under our right shin. Again, our knees and our hands are still level, right? They're nice and even. You want to make sure your wrists are right underneath your shoulders, sides of your waist are long. When you lift that right knee and extend that leg, squeeze that right glute, then look at your ball. Are you keeping a dent out of it or working towards that? Left arm reaches forward. Left toes might lift here. Exhale, we draw in, elbow to knee, tuck, tuck, tuck. Inhale, reach out, engage that right glute. Exhale, tuck, draw in, elbow, knee. Scoop your belly, tuck your chin. You're rounding like cat spine. Reach out, brace your core. Exhale, draw in, elbow, knee. Inhale, reach out, brace through the sideways. One more time. Elbow to knee, we tuck. Inhale, we reach, lengthen. We bring the left hand, right knee in. We move the ball under each of our shins. We're squeezing our inner thighs tight together. We turn those biceps forward. We press down through our shins, find balanced table. We're reaching through the crown of our head. The palms feel like they're pulling back, knees are up. We hold, inhale. We tap our knees down. Exhale, we lift our knees up. We reach through the crown of the head. We tap our knees down. One more lift to the knees. Just find those stabilizers. See if you can keep your body still. Beautiful. Tap your knees down. Walk your hands forward. Here's that reach of the arms forward, the forehead reaching down. And then we do that shift forward, bringing our forearms to the mat. Our elbows are pulled toward each other. We're reaching through the crown of our head. We press down through our shins. We lift our knees. Kathy, you might want to move the ball a little closer to your knees so you have a little more space there. Squeeze those inner thighs. We extend our toes back. We check to see if the crown of our head is reaching forward. We draw in our belly space. We pull our knees in. Tap your knees anytime here. Exhale, we extend our legs back. We reach through the crown of our head, forearm plank. Feel like your forearms are pulling back. Pull your tailbone to the sky. Tuck your knees. Exhale, extend your toes back. Squeeze those inner thighs, lengthen through your spine. And pull those knees back in. Here, the knees tap down. We send our hips back so that we can lift our elbows. We make sure that ball is up close to our shins, our kneecaps here, top of the shins. And then as we shift forward, our shoulders come out over our hands, knee plank. We turn those biceps forward. We reach to the crown of our head. We press into our shins. We have a balanced knee plank. Palms pulling back. Now you can choose to keep those knees up or tap them down, elbows to ribs. Then you could always tap them down here and add that push, or you can keep them lifted. We lift our knees. Then we choose to tap, if we wish, elbows in. We hover, we push. We turn those biceps forward, reach to the crown of the head. Again, knees lift if you'd like. We keep them up or down, elbows in. We push. Beautiful. Our knees tap down. We send our hips back. We're going to the other side. Give your wrists a little breather. Send your tailbone back. A long inhale. And exhale off the back of the throat. Inhale, we fill it up. Exhale, we empty it out. As we release, we come back to table. Now the ball is under our left shin, up toward the knee. Then as we reach through the crown of our head, we spread our fingertips wide, we turn our biceps forward. As we lift that left knee, we extend the left leg back, and we squeeze that left glute, try to be as light as we can there. Our right arm reaches forward, bicep to ear. Nice toned belly space. Maybe you choose to lift the toes of your right foot as well to challenge a little more. Exhale, we draw in, elbow, knee. Make sure your left hand is directly under your shoulder. Reach out, lengthen, right arm, left leg, squeeze that left glute. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, elbow to knee. Beautiful. Inhale, reach out, engage that left glute. Exhale, tuck, draw in, elbow, knee. Inhale, reach out, brace your core. Last one, exhale, draw in, elbow, knee. Inhale, reach out, lift up. Right hand, left knee, come in. We move the ball under the shins up towards the knees. We turn those biceps forward. We press through our fingertips. We reach to the crown of our head. Again, it feels like our hands are pulling back. We push down into our shins. We float our knees up. Just balancing out our table. Finding those stabilizers. The knees tap. We press our shins, we lift, nothing else moves. Shoulders stay right over our wrists. Crown of the head is reaching forward, tailbone back. Knees tap down. One more time, squeeze those inner thighs. Can you float those knees? Knees tap down. Here we send our hips back, we walk our hands forward. We get that long, long stretch. Everything from fingertips to your tailbone is as long and lean as you can get it. Take a deep breath. Elbows are up off the ground, reach those fingertips out. And then as you shift forward, those forearms come to the mat. They should be directly under your shoulders. The forearms are pulling toward each other and back toward your knees. Reach to the crown of your head. Press down through your shins. Knees float. Exhale, nice and controlled. We're squeezing our inner thighs the whole time. We push our toes back to whatever degree, but not with the hips dropping lower than your shoulders. Right there, brace them. And then we pull our knees in. Puppy pose. We squeeze our inner thighs. You can tap your knees down when you come in, or you can keep them lifted. Exhale, we extend back. We're engaging our inner thighs, our glutes, our belly space, shoulders away from ears. Tuck into your core, pull those elbows back, lift the tailbone. One more time, exhale. Toes extend out to your forearm plank. Reach to the crown of your head. Inhale. Exhale, lift the tailbone, pull those knees in. Nice. Knees tap down. You got one more set of hovers. We reach those arms forward. Spread those fingertips wide. Shoulders away from ears. As you shift forward, make sure shoulders are over your wrists. Hands are just shoulder distance apart so those elbows come in. Again, we press through our shins. First, we just find our balanced knee plank. Then maybe those knees come down, maybe they stay lifted. Elbows hug. We press up. We breathe. Shoulders over fingertips, elbows in, knees up if you like. Push. One more time, knees lift first, squeeze those inner thighs and glutes. Then choose to bring your knees down if you wish, elbows in. Give it a push. Knees tap down. This time we're going to take the ball out. And we're going to find our full child's pose. Using the ball with it, right? You're choosing your best space. We move our shoulders, our rib cage, our hips. We let everything just open. Our body gets heavier toward the mat. Our inhales are still long through the nose. Our exhales are off the back of the throat. And then try to find a relaxed shoulder position. Where that is for you can be with arms to the side, hands under your forehead, or with your ball underneath your hands, right? With your forehead rested. Whatever space just feels good for you. Focus on that long inhale coming through the nose. That soft exhale coming off the back of your throat. And one more deep breath. And an exhale. As you come up, bring your knees in, roll your shoulders back, let your arms come behind your back, thumbs toward your body, pinky fingers away. A big shoulder roll, and then lifting your pinky fingers away. Maybe you have a grip with it, maybe not. We spread wide across our collarbones. We lift our heart toward the ceiling. Try to give your elbows a little bend so that we're not locking our elbows inward, they're drawing away. A deep breath. Beautiful. As you release, we're grabbing that ball. We're coming back down onto our bellies. The ball is between ankle and calf area. If you kind of put it above your ankle bone where that curve of your calf comes in, it kind of accommodates the roundness of the ball pretty well. Everyone good? I think all the hard parts over. Amy, bring it down to the ground. Please, whatever your perspective of hard is. So we let our forehead rest on the back of our hands here again. We're engaging our inner thighs and pressing down through the tops of our feet. So our kneecaps are off the ground and your glutes are squeezing tight together. Then pull your belly button away from the ground. That's going to help support your lower back. We peel our thighs up. We peel our rib cage up. And at any point, you need to just bring your upper body down to release your lower back. Go ahead. We take our left thigh higher than our right. We squeeze the ball. We peel our right thigh higher than our left. Try to peel that whole thigh off the ground. We bring our toes center. We lower everything down. We draw in our belly space. We peel our thighs. We peel our rib cage. We engage through that lower back. We squeeze, lift that right leg higher. Can that whole thigh peel off the ground? Stretch your toe out. Then squeeze the ball. Can your left thigh go higher than your right? Is your forehead resting? Bring it back to center. Lower everything down. Draw in through that belly space. Exhale, peel your thighs, peel your rib cage, rest your forehead, and then lift and lengthen that left thigh, engage that glute, and then switch, squeeze, lift, lengthen your right side longer. Release that right toe, lower everything down. One more time. Draw in that belly space, squeeze that ball, peel, lift your thighs, your rib cage up. Rest your forehead. See if you can get one more set of ribs maybe. Can your right thigh peel higher and reach, stretch out? And then squeeze that ball. Can your left thigh peel, lift higher? Level out your legs, lower everything down. Bend your knees, windshield wipers. Breathe. Sigh. Maybe give your ankles some movement after all that pointing. One more long, deep breath. Inhale through your nose. Bring it out off the back of your throat. Here we'll be moving our hands in alongside our ribs. So we tone into our belly space. We press away from the ground. We'll move the ball out. We're going to flip our bodies around so that we're on our backs. Have your ball handy, but first we just want to release our lower back. So after you've come down, hug your knees in and rock and roll your lower back space. So you can either grab onto your knees and do some circles. You can go side to side. You're hugging your knees close to your body, trying to peel your tailbone up. Try to lengthen through the back of your neck and rest the back of your head. Then lowering the bottoms of your feet together into butterfly. Let your outer knees drop. Get a lot of squeezing of that ball. So we're going to let that inner thigh space release. Maybe the back of your hands. Find your inner thighs and the weight of your hands. Just help open that space a little further. Shoulder blades are flat and relaxed. And as we bring our knees in, we'll grab the ball again. We'll start with just a nice reach of our fingertips over the top of our head. Stretching, lengthening, and then try to lengthen your right side longer than your left. So everything from your right hip to your right fingertips. Then relax that right side. Can that left side grow longer? Then one more time, can the right side lengthen longer than the left? And then the left side longer than that. Then as we release that length through that left side, our shoulders even out, they're nice and flat to the ground. The back of our head and neck are rested. We'll just bring that ball straight up to the ceiling with our shoulder blades flat, and then we'll bring our knees 90 degrees up with our ankles flexed. So your shins want to be parallel to the ground, and your knees come close together. We'll place our hands on our thighs, and as you press the ball into your thighs, you should feel your lower back arch pushing into the ground, right? So that's that spinal brace. Then as you release the push on the ball, you should feel your lower back arch go back to neutral. And then again, you press into it, your thighs and hands are both pressing into the ball. Your lower back arch is flattening into the ground. And then you release the press, the lower back arch releases. So at the start of each movement, we're going to do our bracing. So we press into both, right? Where lower back is flat, but then we'll roll the ball onto our left thigh. We'll push our right heel out, but not allow your lower back arch to change. Keep pressing into left thigh. Breathe. Roll the ball into center. Release your arch. Then press into both thighs. Flatten that lower back. Roll the ball onto your right thigh. Press firm. Push your left heel away. Keep that lower back pushing into the ground. So your right knee is bent, your left leg is straight. Come back to center. Release your lower back arch. Press into both, shoulders flat, brace core. Roll the ball onto your left thigh, push your right heel. Inhale, come in, release. Press, brace, roll the ball to your right, push your left heel. Nice. Inhale back to center. Release the arch, then press, brace. Roll the ball to your left thigh, push your right heel away. Is that lower back arch pushing into the ground? Come back to center, release. One more, press, brace. I know we're hardly moving, but it's really hard. Push into your right thigh, left heel pushes away. Left leg comes in. Go ahead and release. Lower your feet to the floor and do some of those windshield wipers. Some nice spacing there. So that's a great way to really get that spinal brace working hard for you. All right, let's add some rotation. Bring those knees back up to tabletop. Knees close together. Again, we start with our neutral lower back. Our shoulders just want to be flat and relaxed. The back of our head is relaxed. So make sure you're not, when you're bracing, you're not pushing the back of your head into the ground, right? It's staying relaxed. We press into both thighs. We roll the ball onto our left thigh. Our left hand comes to the base of our skull behind our left ear. So we are bracing. We push our right heel away. Our right shoulder rotates to the outside of our left leg. So that right hand rolls the ball across to the outside of the leg. You come back to center, you bring your right knee in, you release your brace. We're staying on that side. We press with our right hand into our left thigh. We push our right heel, we rotate our right shoulder across to the left. You're still pressing into the ball. You come back to center, you release. You press brace on that left thigh. You push your right heel. You rotate your right shoulder across. Try to peel the whole shoulder blade up. You bring it back to center. We're staying on that side. We press brace. We rotate right shoulder across. Right heel pushes away. Support the base of your skull. Come back to center. Press into left thigh. Exhale. Rotate across. Reach, reach, reach.
We're not holding.
No. We come back to center, we press brace, staying on that side, rotate across, right leg extends, right shoulder shrugs. Inhale, we come back to center, we release it down. We lower our feet, we windshield wipers.
I was waiting to go last one.
Other side. Here we go. Right, knees back to tabletop, left hand, right, presses, braces, right fingertips behind your right ear. We roll the ball onto our right thigh. We push our left heel away, we turn to that right side. Our whole left shoulder blade is coming off the ground. That left hand is still actively pushing into the ball. We come back to center. Once you're all the way back, you release that brace. You let your left hand relax. You press brace. You rotate left shoulder. You push left heel. You support your head with your right. You come back to center. You release. That lower back arch comes in. We press brace. That left shoulder rotates across. Left heel pushes away. Inhale, we come back to center. We release it. We press brace, we rotate left shoulder across, push left heel away. We come back to our center, we release our brace. We press brace, we rotate left shoulder across. We bring it back to center, we release that brace. We press brace, we rotate left shoulder, we push our left heel away. We come back to our center one more time. Press brace, rotate left shoulder, push left heel away. Come back to your center. Release it all down. Lower your feet, windshield wiper. And you should feel just from holding your legs in tabletop that your quads should have done some work there. Take a deep breath. Side away. Then we'll tuck that ball into our inner thighs. Try to have it up above your knees. And then drop your arms out to the side, but then turn your palms up. As you turn your palms up, you should feel your shoulder blades go wide. Right? So they're nice and flat. We give that ball a nice little squeeze. We lift our hips into our bridge pose. We want our hips to be nice and level here, our glutes engaged. Our heels are pulling back toward our shoulders. If you feel like reaching your arms up works well for you, but you can keep those shoulder blades wide and flat, go ahead. The back of your head is nice and rested here. We give the ball a nice tight squeeze again. We lift our heels up. So try to get up onto your toes, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Then lower your heels, lift your toes. Now feel your heels squeezing back toward your shoulders. And you should feel more hamstring work. Now when you bring your toes down and lift your heels, you should feel more calf. Then when you lower your heels and lift your toes and squeeze those heels back, more hamstring. Again, our hips are staying up and braced. Toes come down. Lift your heels. Squeeze your hips as high as you can. Heels come down. Lift your toes. Heels squeezing back towards your shoulders. Head, neck, and shoulders rested. Toes down. Lift those heels up high. Squeeze that ball nice and tight. Lower your heels, lift your toes, squeeze those heels back towards your shoulders. Beautiful. Lower your tailbone to the ground. Reach your arms over the top of your head and always feeling free on roll-ups to bring your knees in. If that's a better support for you, sweep your arms, tuck your tailbone, look forward, right? You can grab behind your knees. You can lift your knees up. We roll the spine up, 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 up. We come up to our tall spine. Inhale. We hinge back. We scoop the tailbone. Again, you can lift your knees if you prefer that supported, right, knee lift. Arms reach over the top. Arms come forward. We sweep. We tuck the tailbone. We look forward. We want to come up nice and even. So shoulders even. Exhale, we roll up. Again, bring your knees in for support if you'd like. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. So hinge first. And then scoop. Squeeze the ball. Exhale, smooth. Hands behind knees for support. Anytime, reach. Sweep your arms, tuck your tailbone, squeeze those inner thighs, look forward. Exhale, roll up, smooth. Inhale, lift. Exhale, top round, scoop, scoop, scoop. Round, round, round. Inhale, release. Either arms up or arms to the side. We're going to combine with our bridge. So your heels want to be a little bit further away than your knees are. Remember, if your heels are in here, this is how much lift of your hips you can get. With your heels out here, right, you have more range of motion through your hips. So make sure you're getting that full range. Press your feet, squeeze the ball, lift the hips, right? So if you feel restricted, walk your heels a little further away. We'll lift our toes first. Feel those heels squeezing back toward your shoulders. Squeeze into your ball. Push your toes into the ground. Lift your heels up as high as you can. Squeeze that ball. Lower your heels down. Lower your tailbone. Knees come in if you like. Scoop your belly. Look forward. Exhale. Smooth roll up. Right? So bring your knees in. Don't karate chop. Inhale, lift. Hinge back. Everyone know what I'm talking about? Karate chop. Right? Using arms to propel you up. Tuck, scoop. Control, control, control. Plant your feet, arms up or to the side. Squeeze that ball, hips lift into your bridge. We lift our heels first this time, squeezing those inner thighs. Are your hips still as high as you can get? Heels down, lift your toes, pull those heels back, squeeze those glutes, inner thighs. Toes down, tailbone down. Again, bring your knees in if that's a better roll up for you. Scoop your belly. Use that pull of your toes down to get to that spot where you can come up from. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge, tuck, scoop. You can lift your knees again if you like. Roll down. Plant your feet, arms either up or to the side. Squeeze those hips as high as you can. Engage those inner thighs. Lift your toes, heels squeezing back. Should really feel your hamstrings. Push your toes down, lift your heels. Feel those calves. Heels down, tailbone down. Again, knees in if that's a better space. Scoop your belly, look forward. Exhale, roll, 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 roll. Inhale at the top. Start with your hinge. We got one more. Scoop, tuck, squeeze the ball, roll down. Arms either up or to the side, shoulders flat, press your feet, lift your hips. Your bridge. We lift our heels first. Squeeze those inner thighs. We bring our heels down. We lift our toes. Our heels are squeezing back. Our inner thighs are drawing in, squishing that ball. We lower the tailbone. We might bring our knees in here. We scoop our tailbone. Exhale, we roll up. Control, control, control. Inhale, we stay at the top. We take that ball out. Good work. First, just send your legs out front and do some windshield wiper toes. All right, just shaking those legs out of all that work. And then we'll flex our ankles from here first, reaching our arms forward. and lifting up through our heart, sides of the waist, nice and tall, hinging just from your hip crease. So your collarbones are looking out over your toes, right? Even if it's a shorter range of motion for you, if you're rounding your spine, right, we're releasing those hamstrings and lower backs. Keep our spine long and we hinge. The back of our knees is pushing down into the ground. Our toes are pulling in. Trying to peel your heels away from the ground. And we're breathing, in case you forgot. And then we'll lower those heels down. We'll drop our elbows to the side, let our forehead get heavy. And let your elbows just hang here. And then gently nod your head, but a nice big range of motion. Try to open up those spaces between your vertebrae. And then give a little tug on the outside of your legs. See if the crown of your head can reach closer to your shins. And then before you start the nod of your head, release your arms again and nod your head. And then as you exhale, we'll round our spine up. And here you might take your ball, place it under just your left leg. So we'll get a little deeper into our hamstrings here. And it's good to sometimes do just single-sided so you can feel the difference between the two sides of your body. Because one side might have a little more mobility than the other. So those left toes are pulling in. The back of your knee is lengthening to your degree, right? So it feels like it's reaching toward the ground, but you're not trying to hyperextend it. You're not trying to push into it. It's going to its neutral space. We pull those toes back. We sit up tall. We again reach forward with our collarbones. Our arms reach so they look like they're framing your foot. And then you hinge. Try to still pull your toes in, lengthen down the back of your leg. Heart reaching out. Just go to where you feel like you're getting length and take a breath. Exhale it out, and then see if maybe you can add a little more, just small touches. If it's shaking, you're going too far, right? We don't want our muscles shaking in a stretch. One more deep breath. See if maybe you can go a little further. And then we release back. Sometimes the stretching is the hardest part. We switch it to the other side. So now that left leg should kind of feel like, oh, it's nice afterwards. So again, we work on our right side. We work towards pulling our toe in, lengthening the space behind the back of the knee, lifting up high on our sits bones, heart leading forward. First, we just start that hinge. And then if you feel like you can frame your foot towards both sides of your foot with your hands, are your hands coming evenly, or are you rotating to try to shift your weight so that it doesn't hurt so much? Try to balance out those hands, both sides reaching forward evenly so your collarbones are still even. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Take a breath. Exhale it out. Maybe we add a little more depth to it with those toes pulling in, back of the knee reaching down. Again, we're not taking it to a point of stress when those muscles are shaking, just to where we feel like we're getting like maybe a little more exhale. We come up tall, we release, we take it off, we windshield wiper it, we say, ah. Move the ball to the side, we're flipping it around. So just finishing with a nice, quick, but smooth hover and plank series. But no ball with it this time. So maybe the arches of your feet need a little release and you do that tuck of your toes, shifting your weight. Then as we come forward, we're going to be alternating our arms from our traditional hover, which is right elbows into ribs, to that wide spacing. Just make sure that your thumbs are lined up with the middle of your chest. We don't want our hands up here when we do our wide spacing, because then your shoulders are way up, tucked into your ears. We want our shoulder blades down and back, so move your hands a little bit lower when we get to that. So shoulders and fingertips aligned, you're choosing your hover space. Can be knees, it can be toes, it can be table, and you can mix that up. Lengthen through crown of head. Take a deep breath, inhale. On your exhale, elbows hug your ribs. We pause and hold, inhale. Exhale, we press. Keep that neck nice and long. Again, we inhale at the top. We lower on our exhale. We hold on our inhale. We push on our exhale. One more time. Inhale, we hold. Exhale, elbows in, knees or toes. Hold, inhale. Exhale, push. Beautiful. We meet back in our plank here, and then we press away from our fingertips, lifting our hips into our down dog. Our palms are pushing forward. Our chest is reaching through. Then as we come forward to our plank, you're going to choose your side plank variation. So you can bring your right knee down, rotate your hips, find that nice triangle underneath with the left arm and leg extended. You can leave your left foot down and extend your right leg. You can stack your legs. You're choosing whatever variation works for you. We're just going to pause and take a deep breath. We're pushing our hips forward, engaging out of those obliques. Exhale. That left arm goes up. We rotate. We're going right to our side plank on our left. So again, if you're bringing your knee down, make sure you lift your heel. So when you rotate, you're on the outside of your calf. Your hips are pushing forward. They're stacking. Shoulders are stacking. Right side body lengthens. You can choose to lift it or not. Left leg could go behind. You could stack your feet. You could lift your top leg. Whatever variation is working. We take a deep breath. We exhale. That right side comes forward. We rotate to plank. We bring our knees down. We send our hips back. We give our wrists a breather. Then here's where we move those hands to that wider position. Right? And then you probably have hands off the mat, right? It's wide. As you shift forward, your thumbs should line up with middle of chest so that when you come down, your elbows and your wrists are aligned 90 degrees. And then we push. Here we go. Knees, toes, whatever works. Exhale on the way down. Hold on your inhale. Exhale, push. Hold on your inhale. Brace that core, hips up. Elbows bend, hold, push. Remember, you can go knees, right? But make sure your chest and thumbs are aligned. Yeah, there we go. Hold, inhale. Exhale, push. Hold, inhale. You got one left. Exhale, down. Hold, inhale. Exhale, push. Inhale at the top. We bring our knees down, we walk our hands back in. We lift our tailbone, we go back to our down dog. Fingertips pushing forward, heart reaching through. As we shift forward, we go into our left side plank. So again, maybe that knee comes down, maybe you do extended leg, maybe you stack, maybe you lift your right side. Breath. We exhale. We reach out, we rotate to plank. If you're doing knee, right knee comes down. We rotate hips right. We reach left arm. Maybe we stack, maybe we lift that left side. Nice. Hold, inhale, chin off chest, neck out long. Exhale. We rotate back to our plank. We tap our knees. We send our hips back. Good work. Nice job. We breathe. This side. Give your wrists a little attention here. Maybe it's reverse prayer hand. Maybe it's wrist circles. See if you can slow your breath. Inhale, gentle through your nose. Can you bring a sigh off the back of your throat? Remember, that's your recovery breath. Tunes into that parasympathetic nervous system. Tells your body it's time to recover. One more long inhale. Sigh it away. As we round our spine up, our shoulders come away and down. We're bringing our hips around. As we sit up nice and tall, we cross our right leg over our left. And first we'll just cradle our right knee with our right elbow and lift your left foot to any degree and just try to work movement into your hip. Right, some of you will be able to put that foot into the crook of your elbow, move from there, but you're listening to your hip. My hip is fake, so.
There's two more.
Then we cross that ankle over. We wrap our arms around the knee. Now this time as you pull your knee in, try to bring it right into the middle of your chest. And then take your spine and pull it in towards your leg. Now do little circles in your right. So we're massaging deep into our glute space. Try to lift tall through your waist. And sometimes it's those deeper gluteals that are restricting your hip movement. So we want to give them a nice little tip. Yes, you should do this at home. It's not only for the class. You can do it anytime.
So sitting on the.
Now hug your knee in and see if you can lean back and pull it into your chest. Keep your lower back space nice and tall. Now lean forward, rock forward on that right sits bone. Still hugging your knee. And now you should feel it more towards your lower back. As you come up, leave that right foot over your left leg. Bring your right hand behind you. It's a kickstand. Left elbow or straight arm around that right leg. We're pressing with our left. We're looking over to the right. We take a nice deep breath. We exhale. We rotate through our center. That right leg comes out. It should feel like it's all kind of loosey-goosey over there. We bring our left leg across. First, just try to cradle your knee. You can do it with your hand or your forearm. See if your right hand can lift your left foot and just work some range of motion in that hip space first. Right, cradling the baby, we call it in yoga. Maybe it comes into the crook of your elbow. Just starting to create some space. And we let our spine relax on this one. Then we fold that foot over. We wrap the knee in as tight to our chest as we can, right up the middle of it. And then we lift our spine up top. Our shoulders release. We want to feel like our lower back space is lifting and reaching forward. And then we do little circles into our left glute. Massaging deep all the way around that sits bone. Try to get tall through your ribcage. Relax your shoulders. Breathe. If you fail to breathe, then please resume breathing at this time. And then we hug the knee in and we try to lean back and pull the knees tight to our body as we can. Our spine is still longer in a hinge. And then we keep our hinge, we lean forward over that leg. And we breathe. And if you can, lift the foot off the ground so that gives you more range of motion. So you let it tuck across. Then as you come up, that left foot lands to the outside of your right leg. Your left arm comes around. Your right elbow or straight arm presses. We lift tall on those sits bones. We wring out that core space. We're looking over our left. We're taking a nice deep breath. We're exhaling. Inhale, we come back through our center. We let our legs go. We sweep our arms up tall. We open across our chest, thumbs pulling back, heart reaching the ceiling. We drop our ear to our right. We drop our left arm behind our back. And we keep pulling our right thumb back. We take a deep breath. We move that left hand out, that left thumb pulls back, open chest, front shoulder, ear drop to your left, right arm and bind behind your back with the elbow pulling away. We breathe. Our chin softens, our arms release, we take a deep breath. We let it go. We go out and enjoy the weekend. Even if it's feeling like it's back to winter.